Hi guys, today I'll be learning how to do different types of perspective from an amazing artist by the name of Dan Beardshaw, and he is a YouTuber as well. So I'll definitely link his channel as well as the video that I'm using in the description below. So definitely check him out. So today basically we're going to be learning different types of perspective and how the horizon line can move and create a different picture. I will try my best to chop up and show examples of how the picture would actually look like in real life, but there are some cases where I can't do that because there's no images available on that. But bear with me here and let's get started. Alright, so our first lesson here is a simple one-point perspective. So basically we start with our horizon line and then add the corresponding lines to it. Please keep in mind, guys, that I will not be adding a lot of details to this video. It's just going to be a lot of cubes, just for reference points. I'm not really working on these, but here's a nice little treat to make everyone happy. But it's not going to be a lot of details. This is a fairly simple lesson here. Alright, so our next scene should look something like this. So we start by drawing the horizon line a little higher than the previous drawing, and we try to draw our vanishing point as well. I actually struggled a lot with this one. I don't know why, my brain just could not handle this one, and I couldn't figure out where the lines would go. But eventually I figured it out, and I definitely watched the video that Dan did a couple of times on this one. It can definitely use a little work, but I think it turned out pretty good. Here's an example of how the next scene would look like in real life. Now we start by lowering the horizon line and then drawing our vanishing point. Right off the bat, you can definitely start seeing how the image is going to be shaped. And this one actually was a lot easier than the previous one for me. I'm not sure why. But again, just trying to do basic cubes. Now here's a real life image of the next scene with the appropriate angles. Alright, so this is actually a 2-point perspective. So we have two vanishing lines here. This is definitely one of those that I will be using most often, and I know I just had a little trouble here with that line. I just didn't know where it would end up so it would look good, so I just kept trying and figured it out at the end. But this is definitely going to be in my books. I see myself drawing a lot with this, so it's good to have a good reference point on it. Alright, here's a photo of what the next segment is going to teach us. So we start off by our horizon line at the top, and we also start very quickly seeing the angle change as well. It's more of a top view, and I really try my best here to give variations of cubes instead of being the same scene every time. I really want to challenge myself in these perspectives, just to keep practicing with it. Here's a real life example of the next perspective lesson. We start off by lowering our horizon line and adding our vanishing point. Now you can see the vanishing point is a little outside, just need a little bit of room to work here. But you start to realize that it's more of a street view. Here's a real life image of our next example. Alright, so our next example is actually a 3-point perspective. I have a lot of trouble with these. So basically you would be putting 2 vanishing points on top and 1 vanishing point at the bottom. and kind of try your best to be able to connect all of them. I definitely had a lot of trouble with this one, and at the end, I don't even think I even got it right, but there's always more room for practice on this one. Now, our next example should look something like this. We actually start off by a diagonal horizon line. Now, this is kind of like an on-the-run comic book style. I personally don't think I'll be using this one, but it's always cool to learn. As you can see, everything's kind of angled in a way. Now, the next example is actually a fisheye kind of view. I'm not even going to attempt this. I'm just going to let Dan's video play. He did an amazing job on it. I don't think I'm at this level yet, but one day maybe. One thing I wanted to point out, Dan does such a great job with details. Now, because I didn't draw the fisheye perspective drawing, I'm going to be just drawing a happy face. Hope this doesn't haunt your dreams, guys. Thanks for watching.